Yo, would you do laundry with me? That's right, it's that time of the week again. Reset day, Sunday, the day I do laundry, and I'm all alone. So I'm asking you, will you do laundry with me? All right then, let's do some shit. Let's clean, let's do whatever you gotta do, or just sit there, chill, listen to my voice, listen to me nag. I'll give updates on my week and what I have planned and going on while we just fold laundry together. Sometimes we get on a good topic, sometimes we don't. But remember, if you comment, I can always talk about that next week, right? All right, so go get your laundry. Get it out the dryer, put it in the dryer. If you left it in the washer for like 8 hours, I suggest doing a quick wash on that, then putting it in the dryer. Grab it, dump it on your bed, or maybe it's already on your bed. Pick that pile up off the ground. Man, you guys know what I'm talking about. Laundry ends up everywhere. It's a miracle that it makes it into the washer and dryer. And then after that, it's usually up in the air what happens to that laundry, right? That's why we're here, because we're folding laundry on this, whatever day it is for you. For me, it's Sunday. Folding laundry on this Sunday, getting ready for the week. All right? So get hype. Get hype over some laundry. All right. So as always, I will be using my 4x4 dividers for my medium and small shirts. 4 of those fit into one cube. So gives you like 64 shirts in one cube that you could tuck under your bed, put in your closet, whatever you need to. I've got like a full linen closet and cubes under my bed. Then for my medium or larger shirts, I have these dividers. And of course, I got all this stuff off Amazon. You can easily find them. You can look for different sizes and see what works for you. These also fit, obviously, in the cubes. And then finally, the one thing that everyone needs, a cube. I've got a cube where I throw the stuff that I don't fold. I've got cubes for all my shirts, my larger shirts. I actually just recently changed my setup a little bit. So I have one of those opening ottomans that you can put stuff in, and I slide it under my bed, and that's like all my nighttime gear. So like larger shirts, because I like sleeping in larger shirts. It's like either larger shirt or no shirt. Nothing in between. I wear enough form-fitting stuff during the day, I guess. And then I have shorts in there and other stuff. That one's a great one to fit those dividers in that I have for like the larger shirts. It works out pretty well for me. Anyways, let's get this party started by showing you I legit have laundry. And boom. That's laundry. And there we go. So I'll start by just talking about updates from the week. This week, I went and got a DEXA scan. That's where you go get scanned for your body fat. It's pretty accurate. Nothing's 100% accurate. And I was able to see how I did compared to the last so many weeks, like 8 weeks at this point, of trying to cut. But really, that was a recomp that turned into me. I was recomping, which means I was losing weight, but then I was gaining muscle. So the scale was staying even. And then after doing that for a while and gaining back some of the muscle I had lost, because I went on a hiatus from lifting for a while, I decided to do like a mini bulk. So I was eating slightly above my maintenance level of calories and lifting weights. In the end, I gained 10 pounds of muscle and lost 3.5 pounds of fat. I am 13% body fat now. And yes, I know a lot of you are like, that's awesome. But like, I battle with body dysmorphia, and I do have certain really strict goals and things that I'm going for. One of them is I want to be able to be ripped regardless of the lighting, stuff like that. I want to be able to do these shows and be like, I could be shirtless if I want and be totally confident. And for that, I'm going to have to lose a bit more. So the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing another cut, which may also turn into a type of recomp, just depending, but definitely not going to be bulking. I'll be staying at or below my normal calories for the day, like my maintained calories. I've already planned my next mesocycle. It's very similar to what I've been doing. If you've seen any of my videos for the winter arc where I showed workouts, I did switch some of them out, not a ton. The way that I do the lifts is going to be a bit different now. So what I'm going to do is see how many weeks I can go until I need a deload with working beyond failure. I have a beyond failure video coming out. I already made it, edited it. It's ready to go. I just need to figure out which day I'm going to post it. But when you go beyond failure for an exercise that's like, you already went to where you can't lift that weight anymore, and then you do one of the actions that I talk about in the video so that you can go beyond that. It really tires you out. There's pros and cons to it. I talk about it in the video. Some people try to do it with everything, which just can throw off your balance on your muscles, period. Like, which muscle group are you actually trying to work when you're doing that? You know what I'm saying? Not which ones are you trying to work, but which are you trying to grow? So, like, for instance, I still want to work on raising my chest, not really growth. Growth's going to come with it, but raising the amount that I have stamina and lifting wise, because I always talk about how when I lift and I do PRs, and one day when I'm lifting 315, I'm not just going to lift 315 once. I plan on that's just going to be my working weight. Like, I'm going to be doing 8 reps or more for multiple sets. And I think this will help me with that because it does help build stamina and endurance because you're pushing yourself beyond. But I'm not going to be doing that for every workout. So, like, I'm going to be doing it for my chest press, but then the rest of the day for that day, I might not have any other movements that I'm going beyond failure. I'm just trying to maintain the rest of those muscles. And then the next day, I'll probably have one movement that I'm going beyond failure, so on and so forth. 1 to 2 movements that I go beyond failure. The rest I'm just trying to maintain, which I think might be the smarter way to do it. That's my personal opinion because I'm going to keep some sort of balance, but I'm also going to be pushing harder in the areas that I want to, which you're always kind of pushing harder depending how you set up your program. But this is like a for sure. I got extra weights so I could do drop sets on these. So what I mean by drop sets is, let's take the bench press, for instance. Like for a 45, instead of using a 45-pound plate, I could use a 25 and 2 10s because that also equals 45. So like, let's say I'm pushing, and then I get to like that last rep, or even 1 rep before that rep I know I'm going to fail. I could hop off. I could easily drop 10, or if I want to, I could drop the 225s, and then I can just keep repping. I can mark that down. I can hurry up. I could drop 10 more, and I could just keep repping. That's going beyond failure. That's my plan. I feel like that's a bit safer than some of the other ways to do it, and I don't have a lot of options. I don't have someone who's going to be spotting me all the time to do assisted reps or anything like that. And then I'm thinking from like my biceps and maybe my delts, I'll do myo-rep sets, which are when you, on your first set, I'm sorry guys, you're probably not watching this to learn about gym stuff. And I do talk about all this in that video. But anyways, I'll finish with the myo-rep sets. With myo-rep sets, you set the baseline like with your first set. So like, let's say you're able to lift it 15 times. That means your next 2 sets or however many you're doing, you need to hit 15. And to do that, you take like little pauses and breaks, like 3 to 5 second breaks. So like you'll lift it 10 times and let's say you can't lift it anymore. You put it down, breathe, and then you get your 5 more and rinse and repeat. That's another way you go beyond failure. I'm going to work that one in too. All right. Other than all that stuff. So my goal when I go get my next DEXA is to be somewhere near 10%. And even then, I don't think I'll be done with trying to cut. I mean, it's going to coincide with going into summer, but I wouldn't say I'm really doing it for summer. I've been wearing a lot of these larger shirts to sleep, so I'm trying to figure out where to put them right now. They mess up my whole system, man. They're so big. But yeah, by summer, I should be a little bit bigger and a lot more ripped. When you get ripped, it makes you look bigger. I think a lot of people don't realize that. So when you're watching a movie and your superhero guy looks like he's super strong, a lot of times they are muscular, but it's also because they're just so goddamn ripped. Makes the muscle look bigger. So they're not bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger, gigantic or anything. And that's kind of where I want to be. Like, not truly gigantic, but looking ripped. You know what I'm saying? Looking defined. So that means, let's say in the next 6 weeks, if I'm able to drop to 10%, I would probably have to do one more stint, one more mesocycle, and I'll get to like 8%. And then from there, I could decide if I want to bulk up or what I want to bulk up, because I know I'm going to want to grow something. I'm just not sure what that focus will be. And he's still talking about gym stuff. All right, let's switch subjects. So I'm on psych meds because I'm crazy. And, well, it's because I have anxiety. So I have severe anxiety. And so there's medication that I'm taking for that. But one of the side effects is something called Akathisia, which I'm probably not saying it right. I'm saying it more the way I remember how to spell it, which is Akathisia. So it's like Akathisia. Anyways, it feels like I have a full body bruise, and none of the medication that they've given for that to go away has really been helping. I switched meds, but it could take weeks for this to go away. And by full body bruise, I mean my own clothes touching my body hurts. It's not a level of pain where you're like screaming or anything, but it's a level of pain that's noticeable, and it gets super annoying throughout the day. If you're aggravated at something, like it just doesn't help in any situation. Like right now, this whole time I've been doing this, I've been in pain, but I don't know. I like filming, so the show must go on. So yeah, I had that side effect, and so that's fun times where it just like hurts. And then another part of that side effect is it's like having restless leg syndrome, but in your whole body. So like I'll just be sitting there, or I'll try just sitting in the car, and I feel like I need to move because like my body starts hurting in a different way than the full body bruise. Like it just hurts weird. It's really hard to explain, and I just feel like I got to get up and move around. Sometimes that doesn't help. For that, the medication that they gave me does work, but then if I miss it or if I go too long, it kicks in, right? So that kind of sucks. When I'm in a car and we're like waiting somewhere, I gotta like get out of the car, stand next to the car, walk around, look like a weirdo. So I've been dealing with that. Kind of sucks with the sleep, stuff like that. But you know what? Screw it. We got to keep going, right? Next week, I'm going to be going, or I guess that's really this week. Whoa, I have got a lot of sweatpants right here. I don't even know if these are going to fit in one queue. Next week, this week, I'm going to be going to Universal Studios, California. I don't know why I said it that way. Something about the way that word's spelled. Now everyone in California is mad at me. Nah, but in California, because I usually get season passes, and my season passes run out in a week, or a week after the week that I'm going, so 2 weeks, whatever. So might as well go, right? I might be able to fit one more thing of sweatpants if I'm real crazy. I have a lot more sweatpants than anything else. I get dirty during the week because there's a lot of times where I'm just shirtless, to be honest. That is definitely beyond packed. This is one of the ones that slides under my bed, though, so I don't have to worry too much about it keeping a certain size, I guess you could say. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you see how it's like popping out at the front and the back. That would not work if this was the one that I kept in my linen closet. Boom, boom. Hopefully we just got shirts now. Talking about shirts, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing, Edgar Allan Poe and all that. This one's from Vampire Freaks. I don't know if they still have this design. I got it a while back. But they do all their designs in like tank top, girl shirt, guy shirt, hoodie. Clearly I got this one in a tank top. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's taking forever for the next Marvel movie to come out. Well, Doomsday. Freaking Christmas cannot come any faster. I just had to say that little blip. I think every week I mention Marvel movies, but like when you have depression or anxiety or this and that, sometimes there's things that just make your day. And that's what I'm waiting for. Oh, I got Resident Evil Requiem. I haven't played it yet, though, because my mom's going to come visit this week. And it just so happened when Village came out, the last Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 7. It just so happened when Village came out, or was that 8? Fuck it, Resident Evil Village. When Resident Evil Village came out, my mom came to visit, and she literally sat there and watched my whole gameplay. Like if I was a little kid, Mom, can you watch me play? And she got into it like it was a movie. So Requiem came out, and I have it, but I haven't started it yet because I'm gonna wait for her to come because she comes this week. She's gonna come with me to Universal, and then she's gonna stay like a week after that. So I'll be able to play Requiem like for her, and hopefully it's as good of an experience because it was just like think about it. Like I'm not saying out of my whole life, that was the most connecting moment with my mom. Out of my adult life, I would say that was a pretty close moment with my mom. We don't live in the same state or anything, so like we only see each other a few times a year. So you know what I'm saying? It's just really nice to have that type of connection over a video game, which is something I love, but I never get to play video games anymore. So why don't I get to play video games? Because I'm an adult. I know some adults get to, but because I wake up at 3 in the morning, I do cardio, I start working. I've been working with AI to make my job easier, but then that just makes the demands more. I'm also job searching for more contracts. I got a house that I got to keep up with. Got family. It's a lot. So when I'm in a group of people and they say, what do you do for fun? I'm like, I don't even know, man. What do you guys do for fun? Put that down in the comments. Maybe I'll figure something out. Or heck, if you're always adulting and doing shit and you don't have time to have any fun, let me know that too, so I know I'm not alone. Yeah, the last time I was in a group and they asked a question like that, like, what do you do for fun? Everyone in the group said, retail therapy. It's like, dude, how's your fun thing gonna also be the thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys spend too much money, but then your fun thing is spending money. You're stressed about money, but then you're spending all your money. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, it's like fat bastard in Austin Powers. You know, he's like, I'm fat because, or whatever, I'm sad because I'm fat, but I eat because I'm sad. All right, this is not my laundry. That's fun. Wow. I think I got lucky, and that really was the last pair of sweatpants. Whoops. But yeah, I'm sure next show I'll be talking about Universal Studios, but I kind of want to talk about it now too, because if people want to leave comments, which hardly ever happens, like, what's your favorite ride at Universal? What do you like doing there? I should be like, the Florida one doesn't count. It's too damn good. Because like the one in California to me just does not have a lot, but yet that's the one I live close to or closer to. So that's the one I go to. And for me, it's more like seeing my son light up when we go to Mario Land. You know what I'm saying? Because the rides, there's like, it feels like there's like 5 rides there. You know, like I always hit almost every ride there. No, I hit every ride there, even the ones that I don't like, because it's like, you're at the theme park, you might as well. And then, of course, when they have stuff like the Halloween Horror Nights or something, that's cool. This shirt's pretty dope. Fab Creates made this shirt. I have a code with them. Gym Guy 10. Basically, any of the shirt places I say I have a code with, it's going to be Gym Guy something. Oh no, one more thing of sweatpants. You know what that means, right? That means when I go take a shower, these are the sweatpants that I'm wearing. And that's it. I'm done. So yeah, I was gonna go more into like Harry Potter and everything from Universal Studios. I was gonna trash on their food. You know what? Leave in the comments if you know any food that's good at Universal Studios. Because I'd have to say, like, at Disneyland, they got some pretty bomb food that you can only get at Disneyland. And I swear at Universal, everything feels like this is microwavable. You know what I'm saying? Trying to charge me for some fake Harry Potter food. No, actually, Harry Potter food's pretty decent. I haven't had like one of them crusty burgers in forever, but I'm guessing those are real burgers. Whereas in anywhere else in that mofo, you're getting like a microwave patty. The breakfast burritos from the Jurassic Park cafe place. That's where I like hitting breakfast there. It used to be at Hogwarts, but they fell off, and they only do their breakfast like certain days of the week now. Let's see. So I'll probably do that breakfast burrito from the Jurassic Cafe. And then I'm gonna also hit up Toad's Cafe because I like the plates that have King Koopa on them. You have to pay extra for it, and you have to eat this giant meatball, but meatball is cool. So that's what I'm gonna do: eat a spicy meatball and get that plate. Dishwasher safe, but don't microwave it. And that's it. Please, I'm serious. Let me know what rides do you guys like. Is there something to do there that I don't know? What do you like to do there? What food is good there? If you are someone who goes to Universal Studios. So if there's someone out of my 25 viewers, I had 25 views last week. Please let me know. And I'll see you guys later. Check out my videos. They'll be dropping during this week. Obviously more informative than this. Thank you so much for doing my laundry with me and sitting through this whole thing. Helps me get through my Sunday. Helps me get my reset on. I'll try to edit this and drop it today. So maybe someone could do their laundry tonight with me. And that's it. See you guys later.